These are the directions for our math lesson, topic 11-8. As you know, on the front of our math paper, we were talking about mystery shapes. During this lesson, we're going to talk about problem solving and using reasoning to figure out what the mystery shape is. For example, on guided practice, it says, cross out the shapes that do not match the clues. Circle the shape that answers the question. Okay? So, number 1 says, which shape am I? I have more than 3 sides. I am not a square. So what you would do is cross out the shapes like they did that have more, that do not have more than 3 sides, because that would not follow the clues to find out what the mystery shape is, because it says it has more than 3 sides. The triangle that I crossed out only has 3 sides. Okay? And then if you look at the square, the red square here, you would think, oh, that has more than 3 sides. It has 4 sides. But then you look at the clue, it says, I am not a square. So it can't be that one. So it would have to be a rectangle. And the rectangle has more than 3 sides, and it is not a square. So that would be your mystery shape for number 1. Let's try number 2. Number 2 says, which shape am I? I have 2 flat surfaces. If you trace one surface, you will make a circle. Okay? So let's think about which shapes we can cross out. I have 2 flat surfaces. Okay? Well, if you look at the cylinder, the first shape here, whoops, it has, it has 2 flat surfaces. So it could be that one. Let's look at the cone. Here's the cone. The cone, it says it has to have 2 flat surfaces. Well, by looking at the cone, it only has 1 flat surface, so it cannot be the cone. And then the last one is a cube. The cube has more than 1 flat surface, as you can tell by looking at it, so it cannot be the cube. So I would cross out the cube. So let's go back to the cylinder. Does the cylinder have 2 flat surfaces? Yes. If you trace one surface, will you make a circle? Yes. So your mystery shape would be the cylinder. Okay, let's look at do you understand at the bottom. How does crossing out shapes that do not match the clues help you find the answer? How does crossing out the shapes that do not match the clues help you find the answer? So let's think about that for a second. Okay? And if you said crossing out the shapes helps you know that what I crossed out, or that you crossed out, does not match the clues. Okay? So you could write crossing out shapes helps you know, or helps me know, this one's kind of a longer answer, so you'll have to probably write a little bit smaller than I wrote here. Crossing out shapes helps me know those. Let's see if I can move this up a little bit. Yep. Those shapes do not match the clues. Period. Okay, so let's read that and make sure it makes sense. How does crossing out shapes that do not match the clues help you find the answer? Crossing out shapes helps me know those shapes do not match the clues. That's how you would find the answer. Okay? When you're ready and you had a chance to write down the correct answer at the bottom of Do You Understand, please look at the next page on independent practice. Okay? And again, if you need to pause, that's fine. And then continue when you're ready, working at your own pace. Next, it says independent practice. Cross out the shapes that do not match the clues. Circle the shape that answers the question. So this time I will read to you the clues, and then you will have to cross out which shapes don't belong and see which shape you will end up with that will match the clues. Number 3. Which shape am I? I have 0 edges. I do not have any flat surfaces. Okay. When you're ready for number 4, which shape am I? I have 4 sides. The lengths of all my sides are equal. Okay. And number 6, which shape am I? I have 1 flat surface. I have 1 vertex. You can trace my flat surface to make a circle. Okay, and at any time if you have to rewind and re-listen to what I said, you may do that. Please take your time. When you are finished with this math paper, you may put it on the yellow table. There is nothing that you have to do on the back of this math paper. Please make sure you have your name on it, and then what you can do while you're waiting is you can go into Geoboard and you can make shapes with lines of symmetry to practice symmetry. Okay? We are not going to reflect today on this assignment. Thank you.